Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, this is your boy, Mr. Baby Daddy, man. And see, I'm gonna start getting personal with y'all, so I want y'all to understand that I have made a lot of bad choices in my life too. But some way I keep getting out of the situations, right? So the reason why y'all keep seeing me go up there to Luda, you know what I'm saying? Because I have been put on probation, I have had felonies put on me, but that's not what I want to talk about though. What I want to talk about is after you get those felonies. I know when I got those felonies, I didn't even think about looking for no job. I've already told myself, ain't nobody gonna hire me. And my best friend, he was like, hey, you need to come up here where I'm at, fill out this application, you know what I'm saying? They hiring felons. And I didn't do it. So he hit me back, hey man, come on, man, gotta come on up here, man. Say, look, this cat who I'm working with, he told me he got a felony. Come up here and fill out this application. So he gave me the address. I went up there, went to the job interview, went through the job interview. At the end, the guy asked me, do you have a felony? I said, yes. He said, well, man, I can't hire you because you have a felony. The interview went good. You know what I'm saying? And he knew, because I don't care where I'm at. You gonna know about this. You know what I'm saying? In the interview, I don't care. I'm gonna let you know. So basically what happened is I go home like 3 to 4 weeks. I get a telephone call and the guy called me back and told me, hey, I know I told you that I couldn't hire you because you got a felony, but I want to hire you on anyway because God put it on my mind to hire you. So I was like, hell yeah. So Express, what is that car dealership? It start with an E. And it be like at the Dallas Fort Worth airport. So basically what happened is when they come in dirty, I pick it up, I take it to the base, they clean them, they wash them, we gas them up, then we run them back up there to the airport so somebody else can rent another car, and we do that all day, running all day, right? So that was the job. So I stayed on that job working for a while. But then also too, let me tell y'all about the struggle, man. So I didn't have no car. So it took me 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours and a half to get to work, 2 hours and a half to get back. I used to have to be at work at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I used to have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go catch that, and go out there before 8 o'clock. Then once I get out at 8 o'clock, you know what I'm saying, it'll be probably around, it's like 8 hours. So we normally come out around 2, maybe 3 o'clock. Take another 2 hours and a half to go home. Then I did that for years. I was only making $8 an hour. And that's after they took out for child support. I probably came home with a $50 check every week or every 2 weeks. I don't remember, but I know I never got nothing more than $50. So I started to learn about doing plasma. Do plasma. So when I first started, I did plasma so I can take plasma and get the gas money. And I used to buy the monthly bus pass so I can make sure that I can go back and forth to work. So when I got that $50 paycheck, I put that $50 paycheck up. I didn't spend none out of it. I did plasma. My mom them always held me down to the point where if I want something to eat, I can go get something to eat. I'm not buying fast food. I'm not going to do everything else what everybody else doing. So I stayed on my job for like 2 to 3 years. I saved up every check that I have. The white van that I have now is the van that I actually bought with that money. So now I've been working there like two and a half, maybe 3 years. I got me a van. When I buy my van is throwed out. I'm buying gas tanks. I'm doing all kind of stuff to this van so I can get it up and running. But to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, I put a lot of money in there, but I still have my van to this day. And this was probably like 9 years ago. But when I got that van, I had this thing on my mind. I was like, I got this felony, and it was so many things going wrong to the point where I was like, I gotta get my feet up under me. I gotta make sure, instead of me just over here at my mom's house and just laying up, or me meeting another female trying to shack up so I can have somewhere to live, I slept in my van. And I think I stayed in my van for like 3 years. But see, the thing about it is, once I got that van, I got a little brother named Will. And Will worked at Express Chicken. So my brother was like, hey, look, you got your van, you want another job, what you gonna do? So now I switched my hours at my first job and go from 5 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then by the time I get to the other job around 3, 4 o'clock, I stay there from 3 to 4 o'clock, and I work until 11 to 12 o'clock at night. Then I drive back to my first job, and I sleep in the back of my van. So now I got a little motion. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually able to move around, work these 2 jobs, you know what I'm saying? Start to do a couple of events, doing what I need to do. And both of the jobs, you know what I'm saying? Child support coming out of both of the jobs. Then I had this ideal of this first job not paying me no money because I'm still making $8. The job that my brother helped me get was closer to 10. So I was like, I need some more money. But at this time, I'm already working. So me having the thought of me not being able to get hired nowhere, God had already took that fear from me because he went back and made that guy give me the first job. So now I go look for a forklift job. The forklift job paying $14 an hour now. And it also is the same hours that I work at my first shift. So I actually went in there, did the quiz and the test on driving the forklift. They asked me, have I ever drove a forklift? I ain't never seen a forklift. I failed the whole test. I don't think I got one right but my name. The guy take me outside. He was like, you failed the test, but let me take you outside, and if you know how to drive it, then I'll let you do it. So when he took me out there, I didn't know how to make it go forward. I didn't know how to make it go backwards. So the dude came over there and said, hey, look, you go like this, that make it go forward. This do this make it go up, this make it come down. And I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Use it. And if you can run it, then I'm going to get you a job. So when he came back, he gave me the job, and I stayed on that job for like 2 years when I was still working at Express Chicken. So I'm working at that job and I'm working at Express Chicken. But the first job with the forklift, they had some new owners come and buy it. And I'm not one of those type of guys who laugh if you make a joke just because you the boss. You know what I'm saying? And they used to pick at me because I used to come to work, do what I need to do, and I ain't never be late. You know what I'm saying? I did what I'm supposed to do, but certain people just don't like you, and then that was your journey. So they actually let me go. But I'm still working at Express Chicken. So now I told God, hey man, I want to transport. I want to learn how to do transport. So basically what happened is I got on at Dark. And Dark was, you know what I'm saying, Dark was one of the ones that taught you how to like hook up the seat belts and how to drive the bus and all that different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Certain things that you have to know. So they had already hired me on, but my background haven't came back yet. So it took them 2 weeks to get my background back. And when I was at work one day, this is my time. Like I'm thinking I'm in the dough. I'm thinking I'm finna start driving next week. They got me on the bus. They got the lady training me. I'm supposed to be training next week. And they had somebody come out and pick me up and took me back to take me back to the base. So when we get back to the base, they were like, hey, look, your background came back and we can't hire you. But we still gonna pay you for you being here and you doing your work, but we just can't hire you. I like, okay, cool. So after that, I was like, oh God, I need a job. I need a job. I want a transport job. I want a transport job. And the job that I was on for 6 years was the one who called me after them. So when I go into that interview, I already know who I am. I already know, what I'm saying, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna do what I need to do. The first thing I let them know is I'm a boss. You're not gonna have to worry about me not showing up. You're not gonna have to worry about me not doing what I need to do, because I actually come to work so I can put my money into myself. I don't come to work because I'm coming to work to make you no money. When you had a mind frame of you going to work because you going to work because you got to pay bills, instead of you having a mind frame that I'm going to work so I can take this money and put it somewhere else so I can leave your ass alone. When I get to that point where I need to go, then you'll have a little bit more positive mindset when you go to work. So basically what happened is they asked me, hey, do you know how to do the seat belt, and do you know how to do this, and you know how to do this? But see, the thing about it is I just finished a whole course of doing that with Dart. So when they take me outside and ask me to hook up the stuff, and I hook up everything and I do everything right, they automatically gave me my job. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, I've been on that job for the last 6 years. You know what I mean? And when I got that job, then I let Chicken Express go, because that job was taking up so much time where I can actually work that one job and get 50 hours of overtime with transporting, because I'm transporting patients, dialysis center, hospital patients, nursing homes, and that's how I start to make my money. But then at the same time of me doing that, this is the time that my baby mama got my daughter put into CPS. You know what I mean? So when it come down to having this felony, keep knocking on the door. Because my friend, you know what I'm saying, my homeboy Tony Brown, man, say, look, if anybody hit my back, that was the one who hit it. And I don't know if I ever would have got over that hump of having that in my mind, having that burnt in my mind, because that's what we hear, that's what we think. And after you really think about it, who ain't got some type of charge? I know it's some people out there don't have anything, but there's more majority of people who understand the concept of just because you get a felony don't automatically mean that you this person that they can't trust, or you not a person that won't show up, or you not a person like that. And just keep filling out the applications and still just put your feet first. You know what I'm saying? All of us have our own purpose, but you have to find your own lane and your purpose. And if you one of them person outspoken and who can talk, who can go get those jobs, hey, look, I wasn't that guy. Somebody had to push me to do that. And for the guys who sitting at home thinking that ain't nobody gonna hire you because you got a felony, go make these people tell you no. How you gonna sit at home and don't go fill out the application and think something finna change? See, what happened is, dog, say, look, let me tell you about a seed, right? I don't give a fuck what job it is. Go fill it out. And if you go to the interview, or if they don't call you, only thing that means is fill out some more. You know what I'm saying? And when you fill them out and when people start calling you, you let them tell you no. You don't go in there with a mind frame that I got a felony, they not gonna hire me. Because the person who probably hiring you probably got a felony. So don't sit there and cut yourself out of something that God wants you to do. Turn every leaf, bro. Write every application. If it's a job, look, let me tell you something, man. When you ain't got nothing to lose, you ain't got nothing to lose, right? So say you went and filled out some applications. Fill out applications that you want to do that you can't do. Fill out some motherfucking shit that you know if they call you back, you ain't gonna get it because you ain't got the qualifications. And if these people like you, a lot of these jobs will train you. A lot of people don't fill out these applications to even get the chance to actually go and try to see if they can get the job. Because we already in our mind telling us what we ain't gonna do. You gonna kill it because of the conversation, you know what I'm saying, when you in the office. The way you ain't got no confidence when you don't sit up and you talk to them people like you got sense. You know, when they ask you a question, you know what I'm saying, make sure you have the time spent between that time of what you have been doing since you lost that last job. They just want to know. They just want to know if you bullshitting their time. They just want to know if you really going to come to work. They really just want to know, are you going to be a teammate, or are you going to be somebody who bring back energy to the job? That's all they want to know. Fill out all the applications, bro. Fill them out. Make them call you to tell you no. Make them call you and make them tell you no. But don't give them a reason for them to tell you no, bro. But man, say, look, this is your boy, Mr. Baby Daddy. And that's why I'm still playing these I'm still paying these fees, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't pay these fees, you going back toward that way anyway, because they gonna come back and tell you something else about, you know what I'm saying, you're not completing your probation if you don't pay those fines out. So that's why I always make sure I go drop out something just to make sure I keep their mind, you know what I'm saying, still rotating. Because as soon as they see you stop paying it for months at a time, yeah, they gonna come get at you. So just make sure if you can't pay all your, look, any guys, listen to me, bro. If you on probation, you ain't paying your probation fees, you ain't paying your court fines, you might as well just go turn yourself back in and quit playing. Why you out here playing? You can go ahead and go sit that shit out and get all that shit off of you, so when you come back, you ain't got to worry. You ain't know what I'm saying? You ain't got to get no gray hair. You ain't get none of that. But if you just make sure you pay them some, man. Make sure you pay them some, man. And that keep you alive. And one day, when you look back, you'll be through paying it off. And it'll be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? But hey, this is your boy, Mr. Baby Daddy. And I'm going to get at y'all.